Hello, Malone University. This is Inside the Competition, the NCAA Tournament Bracket Special. I'm Chase Gerber here with Seth Bird, special guest Brooks Anderson. We are now on the South Region, our last region so far. Duke is the real headliner here in this region here, but I know you guys have a lot of sleepers, a lot of potential upsets happening. So, Seth, let's go right with you. What do you see here?
Yes, we definitely do. I like Iowa State a lot in the 3 seed with George Niang, a very tall, quick, athletic team. Made a run last year in the tournament. Definitely like them to do it. Also, Gonzaga, the 2 seed with Kevin Pangos, and there's big front-line guys for Gonzaga. They look to prove that they finally can get deeper on the tournament. It's definitely a bracket to really do that in. And SMU, obviously, with Coach Brown, he does an excellent job. So
right, and let's touch on Georgetown real quickly. I know kind of a consensus, probably the weakest 4 seed overall here. Brooks, what are you seeing from Georgetown here?
Georgetown, in my opinion, should definitely not be a 4 seed. A little biased here coming from a Maryland fan, but Georgetown had Maryland had 6 more wins than Georgetown did, and they're the same seed. So, looking at Georgetown, they should have been, in my opinion, a 5 or a 6. So sneaking in at a 4 is kind of surprising for me, and to be honest, I have them going out early against Eastern Washington.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. I don't know a ton about Georgetown, but I know just looking at them, they seem like they're probably the weakest of the 4 seeds. Sleeper teams, upsets, who you guys got? Seth, what are you looking at here?
it's going to be really redundant, but 12-5 seed game, Stephen F. Austin. They won last year in a 5-12 game, and they're going to do it again this year. Definitely the hottest, I think, 12 seed to look at, especially in this tournament. But also maybe a potential upset is Davidson over Iowa, and maybe Davidson over Gonzaga maybe. But for the most part, I would definitely like Stephen F. Austin, Utah.
Definitely. And for my sleeper, personally, I have SMU getting all the way to the Elite Eight. Really for no rhyme or reason, just, filling out the bracket, it seemed like just the team to go with. But, SMU, they got Larry Brown as a coach. The American Conference isn't the strongest, but I really think they can do some big things in the tournament. Let's keep going here. I know we talked about Gonzaga a little bit. Do you think they have potential to get to the Final Four and possibly knock off Duke?
No, to be honest, I have Gonzaga losing to Iowa State in this bracket. Gonzaga, I think they're a really strong team. I think they're a good team, solid, and I think they're fully deserving of a 2 seed. But from the conference that they come from, I just think the level of competition is a little below them for the competition in this bracket. Let's put it that way. Be nice to Gonzaga, but I think Gonzaga's a great team, but I don't see them getting past teams like Iowa State from the Big 12 or other major conferences.
Right, and I know, Seth, you touched on it earlier. You really like this Iowa State team. Do you see them beating Duke here in the Elite Eight to get to the Final Four?
Without question of doubt, but I will say if Tyus Jones and Quinn Cook play, they're one of the top 2 best backcourts in the country. It will be a heck of a final if it does happen, so I hope it does.
Yeah, definitely, too. I'm a Duke fan, so I have Duke getting to the Final Four. Other than Tyus Jones and Quinn Cook, they still have, in my opinion, the best player in the country in Jahlil Okafor. So I think they're going to get to the Final Four. I expect them to be doing a lot of big things here. And I know, Brooks, you said earlier, Utah you have as kind of a dark horse that could possibly knock off Duke here.
I do. I have Utah actually knocking off Duke in the Sweet 16. This is all contingent on whether they can get past Stephen F. Austin in the first round. I really like Stephen F. Austin, but I'm going to go with the dark horse here in Utah. And then again, back to the Georgetown-Eastern Washington thing. Eastern Washington is poised to make a little bit of a run here to 13 seed. I mean, they have Tyler Harvey, who is the highest scoring player in Division I right now, averaging 22.9 points a game, a walk-on that didn't get any scholarships. An amazing story for Eastern Washington, so that's another team to watch out for.
Yeah, and then, too, another team we haven't touched on yet, UCLA at an 11 seed. Were you surprised at all by that seeding, guys? I mean, it seems they could have been higher, could have been lower. What do you guys think of that?
Honestly, I normally wouldn't say this about a major conference team, but I don't believe they should be in this field of 68. A very poor showing throughout the year, really not consistent team. A team like Murray State or Colorado State should definitely be in it. It is a shame, honestly, just because of the name they basically were in.
Yeah. I think I have to agree with you. Pac-12 not the strongest of conferences. They have Arizona, but after that they're kind of thin, and I don't think UCLA really showed what they need to out of a tournament team. But I guess let's wrap up the South here. Brooks, who do you got coming out?
I got Iowa State knocking off Utah in the Elite Eight and making a little appearance in the Final Four.
Yeah, Seth, who you got coming out?
And I got the Cyclones over the Blue Devils in the Elite Eight.
Over the Blue Devils. I guess I'm the loner here. I got Duke coming out of here. You know, I think they got the best player in the country, as I said earlier. They got a great backcourt. I just think Coach K, I'm not going to bet against him. I think he's got a really good team this year, one of his best. So I think Duke's going to get into the Final Four and do some big things in the tournament. But that is wrapping up the South Region. Thank you for being with us. I'm Chase Gerber here with Seth Bird and special guest Brooks Anderson. Check out all of our coverage of the other regions as well, and thanks for being with us.